Test! Test, test, test! Whoa! Alright, I just need to hear everything. Ugh. Whoa! Alright, good. Alright. Hello, welcome back. Today is another day of drawing every day. Shh, shh. Music, go quiet. Very good. Alright, great. Man. Sometimes your job becomes your life, and that responsibility comes first. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, if this week seems kind of slow, it's because I've already logged many, many hours at work. But it will not detract from what, well, it has detracted from what I do. I've been doing some short streams lately. I've been meaning to get back on that horse, but of course it's 10 o'clock again. And, I mean, that means what it means, right? Well, I think everybody knows. Sometimes it gets busy. Anyways, let's get to it. Alright. Thanks for being here. I love y'all. Thank you. Today I am continuing this stuff, but finally got a new one of these guys. Actually, I've had it. I've just been kind of lazy about getting it out. I can kind of come through and like fix up some of my inking. Really come in and complete things. Some nice thick lines where they should be thicker. It's picked up like a crumb. What are you eating in here? Oh. One of those weeks. I don't know what to say. Oh, am I getting music? Yeah. Oh no. There's so many like little things running in the background here. Oh no, I didn't need that one. Yeah, I got stream alerts again. So if you did want to follow me while I was running this, I would get like a little sound. For some reason it just wasn't working before. Now it is. So go ahead and follow. Something will happen. I'll be psyched. Hype storm, I guess. I don't guess, I know. I want to know what people are reading these days. Are people reading these days? I have a few friends that we kind of do like a book talk every now and then. I get some books recommended. I got a good book recommended to me recently that I gotta pick up still, but was told, get it on Kindle. And I'm like, I don't have Kindle. If you don't read, start with audiobooks. You'll be like, whoa, books are magic. And also, if you want to stick to audiobooks, totally valid. I had someone try to be like, well, audiobooks isn't reading. And I'm like, should I telling that to somebody who's blind? In which case, audiobooks are pretty great. Considering Braille books are like huge tomes. I don't know, maybe that technology has changed though. I don't know. I used to know a teacher at Perkins School for the Blind, which is like one of the first, I think it's one of the first blind institutions in America. He's a teacher there. I haven't kept in touch though. So it doesn't really count. Ugh. That was one of those friendships I just kind of lost track of. Like, nobody reaches out to you, you don't reach out to them. Alright, we'll call that done for that tree. All these other trees over here, kind of want to draw them in, but I kind of don't. I kind of like how they're a little bit big. This is that pen that, like, I think I'm gonna, my light source is coming straight down here, so I'm gonna actually black layers of these rocks. Create some shadows. I almost, I'll be honest, today is the first day where I just didn't feel like doing this. And I thought that, you know, maybe there's somebody out here who watches it, or who's discovering it, or has gotten into watching this and is just like, kind of like, just now starting to pick up a pencil and paper, because I've helped some people. I like to think I've helped some people by like explaining techniques and stuff like that. I'm all about answers if you got questions about how to draw. I'd be embarrassed and not know how to draw. It is hard. That's why they pay people to do it. It's great news for me. I don't know what I do other than that. I do, I guess I am a project manager, so I'm just good at like finding faster, better, more efficient ways to do things with limited resources. But I also like to make things. Like, I don't think I could go and live a life without like making things in some form or another. Creation has always got to be part of my bag of tricks. I just gotta do it when I'm not so tired. Anyways, I want to know what other people are drawing out there. I want to know who watches, do you draw, that kind of stuff. I'm really interested to know about who watches this stream. Genuinely, I got it now. You know what? I am gonna maybe take a break from this specific drawing because all day today I was thinking about a game I want to run and how I was gonna get people to join it. Because I don't have like a local gaming group. I have a gaming group that I play with, but they're like far and in disparate locations away from me. They're not desperate. They're good people. Beautiful, beautiful people. I don't know how I got such a group, but I'm lucky. Yeah. I want to start like a local thing. So I was thinking about going to my friendly local game store and like seeing if they had anything they could do. Comic book store in the area. Might be able to host a location. It'll be fun. Might even get paid. You're lucky. Could be a pay-per-view gaming stuff. I know it's possible. People do it. I actually saw someone's ad for professional gaming today. It was like $50 an hour, and I was like, heck yes, my dude, yeah. Maybe that's what I should do. I should post some flyers being like, hey, $50 an hour. The only thing is, I don't want to run Dungeons and Dragons games. I've been doing that for a while, and it certainly has like an appeal and a draw to it for people. But there's other systems that I've tried, and I'm like, I kind of like these more. And I mean, nothing against Dungeons and Dragons. I started to like fall into this pattern of liking these other systems right around the time where, you know, Wizards of the Coast got in there a big old licensing debacle. They started kind of being weird about it. Can I make myself appear more? I don't really care to. Something weird about like the flat ground of my forest. Can't be real. Feels like liminal weird. Let me get ink flowing into this. I feel like talking a little bit about that other campaign and maybe drawing up some stuff for it. It's on my mind right now. I've been in a dungeon mode lately. Like I want to run dungeons. I actually on this stream designed a simple dungeon, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be like a little one-off like sketch dungeon. But I have since come around and be like, actually, it's one of my favorite dungeons I've made. Let's see if I can get my voice to pick up a little bit. Whoa, too loud. No. trying to find a better space for my microphone and everything. If I can get it right in my face, that's where it sounds the best, but I can't have it right in my face all the time. That just kind of stinks. Alright, so new campaign I want to do. I haven't settled on a name for it, but let's give it like a code name. Code name. I almost got Doom Immortal. It could be like Doomed Forever. Yeah. No, we'll give it a code name. I had so many good names today. We'll do Doomed Forever as a start. It's not a good name, but that's what code names are. Alright, Doomed Forever. What is Doomed Forever? Doomed Forever is a game which starts off with everybody. Starts off as a pirate ship campaign with a little one-shot. So the campaign starts with a one-shot. I know that sounds strange, but I like to... I started playing Adventures League content a little while ago with some friends, and I got kind of hooked on the format. The format of, like, you know, one-shot followed by one shot followed by, you know, like a two shot, so on and so forth. So that was the format of this. So, oh, hi, welcome. I got distracted. Now I'm talking about campaign planning. So in my campaign, what I want to do is I have this one shot I'm starting off on that is going to be played in the Pirate Borg system. So I'm trying to think of a proper pirate dungeon to run, because the best one shots start with like a town or place where you're starting off in, and then you are kind of ferried away to a location to seek out treasure or save somebody, or you know, just to do a little mission, little hex crawl, or a battle that you encounter someone to defeat. So what I want to do is I'm going to go back to my trusty 5-room dungeon. Five-room dungeon format, which is entrance. Each of these has like more defined things. I've gone over this before. Entrance. Then you have a roleplay situation, something that requires roleplay. And you have a setback. Why am I forgetting the 5-room dungeon format? I have it written down. I'm just gonna find it. It's in here somewhere. Either that, it's in the sketchbook, and then I'm doomed. No, where is it? Oh man. Woo. I really might not have it written down. I know I've done it before in here. I guess not. Alright. Well, I'm really quickly going to look up my notes that are on my computer. We can talk about five-room dungeon, and we're going to design one for a pirate one-shot. Enjoy this music by Carl Casey, the man who generously lets anybody stream the music with all these Twitch safe playlists he makes. Hold fast. I'm gonna look for the fastest way to get these notes up. Alright, here we go. Entrance, roleplay, or puzzle. That's right. I don't like putting too many puzzles in the game. And anything that requires roleplay is like a puzzle. You know, it's like, here's a problem, it's not. Oh, somebody came up with a nice little mnemonic device. That's good. I can do that. So EPS. Yeah, I had it right. Setback. Really? That's it? Oh man. These were the only ones that are actually interesting to me because it goes entrance, puzzle, setback, boss fight, and reward. Alright, so that's our 5-room dungeon format. Let's get started. Alright, so we're doing a pirate themed dungeon. My overall theme for the dungeon is going to be forbidden. Treasures. Oh, also, 5-room dungeon format is also going to be a 50-50 format. And that half, you have 5 rooms, but then you add 5 additional rooms, and all of those are, in some way, a sorry, I'm like, see, this is what doing 36 hours of work in 3 days does to you. You have a 50-50, which means half of your rooms are actually tied to these specific things, and half of your rooms are empty. The reason you put empty rooms in a dungeon is just to, first of all, I mean, I hate to say this, but it pads it out. Pads it out a little bit. So you have this padded out dungeon. So it's a bit bigger, feels more alive, feels more like it's a living. You can put a bathroom in it. You don't need to, but you can put a bathroom. Once you have, you can put a library. You can put rooms that basically don't have any meaning, and players can go in them, and they're gonna want to look for things, and it's gonna feel like kind of a trick to them. But at the same time, they'll discover lore in those rooms. They'll learn about your world. They'll get precursors for future content that you're gonna do. So like, in this dungeon, there's gonna be a little bit of that, and those rooms are really going to set the tone of the dungeon. So let's kind of move forward from this. I'm looking at there are like different styles of dungeon, and all of them are like somebody's like done these layouts where you have like decisions or split paths in the dungeon. They've given them these special names, and to me they all just kind of, it's like, yeah, I mean, you could order those rooms in any way, you know, entrance, setback, and then 3 choices. You could do entrance and then like 4 rooms and they have to choose. You can spiral them up. You can have the dungeon loop around, which is my preferred one where the dungeon kind of loops back around and then you come out the entrance again. I like that format. That's kind of got a little bit of Elden Ring feel to it, where in Elden Ring your dungeons kind of then shortcut you back. Or what's another one that does that a lot? I just played it. Oh, wow. I really am blanked out on it. Oh, Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok has a lot of dungeons where like you work through this complex series of events and then you come out like a one area and you drop down and now you're close to the entrance again. So same thing with like Horizon Zero Dawn. It's a really common format, but it's satisfying because you can just kind of be done with it and then leave. And there is like, then you can have like an exit thing. Whereas with some one shots, they get done and they get to the end and it's like, and then you leave the dungeon and there's this liminal time that does, like, something happens where they're backtracking through the dungeon and they get out somehow, but we don't really care to talk about it. But I digress. I need to decide a format for this one. So this is going to be a proper dungeon where it is a vault. Something is in this dungeon that people don't want you to get, and you're going in it to get it because you heard about it in some legend or lore or found a map. So it's the perfect kind of pirate basic theme dungeon, but we're going to make it a little bit more interesting, and I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do that yet, but I want to try to work it out with my brain right here. Alright, so it could be, I'm just going to draw like an island, try to get something going. I want to hint at some of the larger themes of the campaign in the first dungeon, because the first dungeon is like a precursor. And I'm thinking like, ooh, like an atoll? Is that the right term? We have like a series of islands that goes in a circle. So you have this sort of like wraparound look to it. Everything's kind of sideways on my page, but you know, don't mind that. I'm gonna really accentuate these lines because this is gonna have previously have been a volcano. So it's a long dead volcano. So I think that's gonna be an important storytelling part. Let's also I like playing with giants. I don't know if I'll do that. I'm trying to figure out what the specific interesting thing about this island, other than it having been a sort of sunken volcano. Just for scale. I don't even know what that was. Sort of ship for scale on here. Alright. So ship for scale. Decided this is gonna be shaped more like hell, whatever. So let's make it so there is a brief I want to surround the island in sharp rocks, because the idea of an entrance is that the entrance, there's a reason why your dungeon hasn't been discovered. There's a reason why so we're going to do the classic ship graveyard, but it's not going to be, there's only going to be a few sunken ships here. So our dungeon entrance is well and truly going to be the full beginning of the adventure. Is nobody has found this place or been here before, or at least gotten past the entrance because of the hardships they must endure on the way out. So these will be like, I think these are going to be like crystalline formations too, because that would just make it a little bit more magical. Something really dark has happened here though. Specifically, it will be forbidden type of magic. So, what if there was just to sort of spice it up more, what if there's a tremendous sword sticking out of this island? But of course it has been ravaged by years and years of decay, maybe? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it doesn't even stand up anymore. Just sticking part way. Maybe I think I want to have it be subtle, whatever it is. No, the tremendous sword is a little obvious. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be on this island. We'll decide the entrance whenever we actually design the entrance to the dungeon. Probably build up more of the lore behind it. So I don't feel like talking about it, but at the same time, that's my, like, I don't want to spoil anything mode that I'm always in whenever I do this stuff, because I don't know who's watching. But I think it's safe to assume my players aren't watching. Alright, so 5-room dungeon. Let's get started for real. Let's enter from the top, because why not? Okay. And our entrance. Now some stone guardians and alcoves. I want to say that they are brandishing 2 mighty swords, and they are angelic in nature. So somehow they're angelic. I'm thinking they're like seraphim. They are like the old depictions of angels that appear almost eldritch in their being. So like maybe, what does that look like? So I'm gonna decide. Our angels that are guarding it are gonna be, they're gonna look almost like cocoons or husks. With a single like a single eye looking out from the center. All these are like the folded wings over each other, almost like a flower, or like if you took a rose or like a tulip and you flipped it upside down. All those petals were going down if the wings were those petals. And I think that would be our angel. So I'm going to call them inverted rose. Seraphim. Something I'll have to detail out later. So already I have a forbidden treasure, but it has like angelic themes in the beginning, but they are like old angels. I'm going to put a crypt door on here, so it is a turning stone that rolls into a pocket. These are pretty easy, like, entrance puzzles to get past. And the entrance should say something about what's going to happen. So we have a door, and then we have a tomb door. That's 3. And that's our entrance. It's all set up. There are angels, there's Zeus. There's going to be plaques with writing on the wall on either side. And then we enter into our first room. Maybe this first room, like the idea that there would be alcoves with some choices. We'll do 6 because there's no way I'm DMing more than 6 people. I think my current group is 5. It was 6 at one point, but you always have someone drop off. This is our puzzle or roleplay challenge. In which case, I think it's an entrance, and then we're gonna have tombs. Each tomb, let's put, so we have tomb, and we have like a crypt area. Let's put excuse me. I'm gonna tickle in my throat. You know that feeling? It's like every time you talk or swallow, it's like, it kind of feels irritating. Alright. You can really tell. No, I guess not. Yeah, I was gonna say, whenever I draw, I'm drawing everything at this like weird angle. Alright. So our first room is going to be a crypt with 6 coffins in it. The coffins will correspond to player traits, in which the players have to explore and somehow figure out maybe how to open these coffins. Maybe I'll also put something here. That over here will be a statue. I think it's going to be a statue of something holding a book. A tailed figure. It's really sloppy. That's what it is. That's what I drew. Upon completion, I think maybe we have a staircase entrance that goes out and down. So I was gonna put it under the statue, but I actually hate that, so I'm gonna put it somewhere else. Let's do the old recess in the floor thing. A hidden thing, in which we move to the next part of our dungeon. I'm gonna have. I already know how this is gonna. I already know how this is gonna go. All right. So that is our entrance, that's our roleplay puzzle, and now we have to do a setback. So we R E. Yeah, you have to do a setback. What's the setback gonna be? Setback can be traps, it can be a choice. It can be I don't like that there'd be anything alive in this tomb. I want it to be like long abandoned and dead. The only semblance of life are gonna be, I don't know. Maybe something has snuck in there over time. Okay, so our setback, what's our setback gonna be? Go down the stairs. Sleep, it comes upon me again. I want to finish at least some of the ideas for this. I think this is where the player should kind of reach a moment of awe and amazement. There maybe feels like maybe they shouldn't be here, but like a turn back moment. That seems like a fair setback. I think what it's going to be is I'm going to have a I keep getting more and more tired. I really want to do this stream so much earlier in the day. That would save me so much grief that I give myself. The ideas would come more slowly. Slowly? What am I saying? What is going to happen here in the setback room? I think this should be vast, and I think that maybe it should have some pits that just kind of disappear into infinity. Like they're just gone. I think there should be bones. We're gonna do loads of bones. Do just like piles and piles and piles of bones here. And right here will be another immense door. I'm trying to figure out how this one would be, because I want this to look like you should not be here. Turn back. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I'm blanking out. I'm feeling really sleepy tonight. It's just like I said, this is like the worst week for me. It's just been so busy, and I'm hoping to take some time off early tomorrow, just kind of equalize. If I'm feeling burnt out, it's from work. It's certainly not the stream. So, yeah. God, I hate to cut it short now. Anyways, let's get this down to all right. So, I mean, we're gonna have a door that's kind of like a setback door, right? It's not another puzzle. It's something that it's a trap room or something. That makes a lot of sense. So it's trapped. Just trapped to high hell. And then we'll do boss arena. So I'm gonna figure out what is gonna make this room so ominous. I was thinking about putting like fleshy elements in it, like skin things that don't seem like they should be alive or have survived for this long in this space. So something that maybe like all dried husks of stuff, but they somehow still move and undulate. That could be good. So I have a boss arena, so we'll design a boss arena around this. I'm gonna be thinking about this tomorrow, and then I'm gonna come into tomorrow's stream with like the energy of 1,000 suns, and we're just gonna get this stuff fleshed out and done. I'm gonna draw up this full 5-room dungeon plus the 50-50, and then I'm gonna jaquace it, which is to say create a bunch of shortcuts and in-betweens and secret rooms and stuff to just kind of make it even more interesting and kind of gameable in a way. Like give it some multiple paths, some choices. That could be in the form of like side passages. Like, you know, you have like a dirt side passage that kind of comes off. You like open one of these guys up, and underneath you see a tunnel that's been dug into it, and you can follow that. Oh man, I don't want to keep yawning like this. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. I feel I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this. I think I need my watercolors for this, to be honest. I'm gonna make my watercolors tomorrow. I'm gonna finish this with watercolor because that feels right to me. And also there's some stuff I want to experiment with watercolor, and these rocks specifically. I think if you are into maybe a new interesting technique that has, I would say, only really recently developed, that I think you want to be here tomorrow for that. So I really want to share that with you. It's the first time I'm going to be trying this method. Let's just say that it involves very particular medium and painting and a sort of chemical property of inks. And I have talked about it before, but I'm going to actually be doing it tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you then when I stream again. As of course, I will be here, I think with like a fresh cup of, a pot of coffee in me to keep me going. Okay, everybody, thanks for watching. Have a great night, and remember to smile, because you're in control of your physical body. And you can change your mindset, change your mind, change how you feel about stuff. These are choices and decisions that you have some control over. So make sure to roll them towards the positive when you get that chance. All right. Yeah. Good night.